Good evening, sir. Here at this exciting launch of the new Heede Trucks branch outside Kraaifontein. What are your expectations for this facility?
Well, we had a couple of expectations when we started to think about this building. As you heard just now, we had a couple of options. Eventually we came to the selection of this land. One expectation was to get the building up and running in a short time, and Craig mentioned it. We have done a very good job, the team, to get this building up in around 18 months, which was in a way astonishing for me. Then once the building is there, the move of the facility has been done in a very smooth way, and most important for me was to really make sure that all the customers see the value of bringing their vehicles now, which is a little bit more out of Cape Town, to this facility. But I think 2-3 months later we already have a good feeling that customers appreciate the place. What we can see is that the turnaround time for customers in the facilities is much shorter than before. The previous dealer location was rather cramped, and even if we try to plan it for the customers, you always have people that are popping up, and then the waiting time was long. And here space is bigger, the number of bays has extended. John has additional services here also with the body works that he can do. So it's becoming more of a complete workshop. You can do the service, you can do the maintenance of the vehicle. If there are alterations to be done on the body, can also be done easily. So it's becoming more a one-stop shop.
And I hear sustainability is very important in this business.
Yeah. As I mentioned, UD stands also for, or strives for, towards better life, and the whole better life concept to improve the sustainability and the impact on society, we have incorporated very well here. Talking about solar panels, of course, it's also to say get independent of the load shedding challenges we have, but also the water collection that is done here, so that no dirty waters get out of the building. So a lot of concepts around sustainability to make this a more efficient building.
And time is money in the fleet operation game. How do you maintain that quick turnaround time with maintenance?
Well, the quick turnaround time is due to the fact of the number of bays that have increased. Slightly more mechanics already in the workshop. We can see that the labor hours per month are going up, which means that there is more throughput already coming to the workshop compared to the previous location, and you can see it already at the layout. Besides that, it's a nice building from the front side when you are on the highway, but once you're at the back, it's actually, in my eyes, a very functional, very basic dealership that can really manage the essentials of the business, and that is the throughput, easy waiting area for the customers. Trucks are coming in, vehicles can wait, agreements made on the repairs, goes through the workshop, and the next day it's out. So layout has been thought through very well. So, yeah. Proud of the layout, proud of the throughput, and especially about the business that is increasing now.
And talking about business, the Heede Trucks brand is getting stronger and stronger, a lot of credibility there. What do you put that success down to?
I think a big part of the success is the product range, the quality of the vehicles. If you take the Kroner segment as an example, we have in the medium duty really a sweet spot with Kroner, with the Allison gearbox in a 4x2, 6x2 combination. A lot of customers say that potentially it's the most or the best vehicle in that segment, most affordable also. I think we have a good price position there. And then on the heavy duty we also have, you remember we have introduced the Euro 5 a couple of years ago. Euro 5 acceptance in the market gets better. Euro 5 leads to better fuel efficiency for the customer, and the current context of say high fuel, diesel prices, all those. And I will not say small things, because fuel is a big expense in an operator's business, helps to build a brand. And then a big part of the success is actually the private network. You see John and his investors here also investing in a facility which is a partnership for years to come. And that we've also discussed with John in detail how the product planning, how the strategy of UD Trucks looks like, so that there is really a good idea of the long-term commitment of the brand to South Africa and to the individual investors then.
And you're playing a lot more in the extra heavy segment now?
Yeah, extra heavy was, if you turn the clock back, and we still talk about Nissan Diesel from time to time, but if you turn the clock back, we were actually more of a medium duty, light duty player. Over the years, last 10-15 years, we have been becoming a big player in the extra heavies, as you call it. We call it the heavy duty segment. And there we are really competing in the European segment as a Japanese player. So we are quite proud that we can, say, play in that segment. It's a big segment for South Africa. And then the medium duty segment where Kroner and Cruiser plays, not to be underestimated, a little bit smaller of course, but has been always our core. You see it with the Kroner. And we also extended the product range. You see there 2 Kroner buses standing outside. We started that project actually around the COVID period, just before COVID started. We had to put it on hold. We brought it back and we launched it in, when was it, in KZN in May this year. But actually we already started to sell the Kroner bus last year in Zimbabwe. So we already have 10-15 vehicles running there for over 500,000 kilometers. So we get a good input of how the vehicle is perceived in tough road conditions. And I believe that the South African road conditions are, compared to Zimbabwe, on a better level. So this truck and this bus conversion will do very well.
Is there any plans for more assembly at this facility, or is it purely workshop?
Actually, the bus is a truck conversion. It's done with our partner Busmark. So the whole assembly is done, say, close to Johannesburg. So it's completely, say, from a local content, locally made, locally produced. Impressive operation. And we've worked very close with our partner to build a bus configuration. What you see here, the 65-seater as the big one, that is really fit for the needs. It's not sitting in the luxury segment, it's sitting in, I would call, a middle segment that can cater for all type of businesses. Could be schools, could be also businesses that run their own buses, like mining, etc. So we see there in that segment. The luxury segment, we all know, had a big hit over the COVID period, less tourists coming. And eventually we might see if we move up into that more luxury bus segment.
I've seen an electric Volvo truck coming out. Is that something you're looking at UD?
Well, watch the space when you look in what is happening in Japan. Can't say much more.
It's all coming.
But some things are coming, of course.
And finally, a brave decision to this location next to some fierce competition. You guys are ready to rumble.
Yeah, we are ready. All competition, we are always taking our head off. But I think with the product range that we have, we can play an equal playing field.
And being so close to the N1, you get a billboard.
Yes, it's a prime location. Really, everybody who drives into Cape Town now will for sure notice the building, the UD logo, and it's a good statement that UD is here to stay.
Très bien.
Très bien.
Thanks for your time, sir.
Thanks.